How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Fahey Flynn. See, that means nothing to these people right here in the production booth. But some of you out there may remember Fahey Flynn. Yes, I would imagine that Jimmy Millennial, being the good Polish boy he is, would know Fahey Flynn. Remember from Channel 7. I don't know if Tony remembers. I think Jim Delo's going to have the plugs. Isn't he getting hair plugs? I heard a rumor that he's going to get hair plugs. Is that true? Or is that just me making stuff up?
Maybe he comes in after you, so you better be careful.
Why? I'm not afraid of him.
You're taller than him.
I'm looking for material. Actually, I have a lot of material here. Yeah. I wrote up a couple monologues. I could do about 2 hours of monologues if you wish. But there's a lot of things on board, a lot of things to talk about when you go on radio. And you could listen on Facebook. We're on the intercom system at your house.
Schools everywhere.
Hyde Park, if you're listening, we're on your intercom systems as well. Where else are we? On Twitter? We're on Twitter and Facebook, Instagram. MySpace, all that. And the weeds, we had a little warm spell in February, and as I was backing out of my driveway, my lovely wife, Kamala, my own personal Yoko, she was in the car with me. We're backing out, and the weeds already, a little warm spell in February, the weeds were coming up on the lawn. I'm driving by, and the lawn's giving me the finger. Do you do any of the lawn work? I just want to know, because I have a kid across the street. I have these hillbilly Italian neighbors, and this kid across the street hasn't done a thing, and I've been living there 16 years, and this kid's well into his 30s now. I don't think his father allows him to even look at the lawn. Do you do any lawn work?
It's tough, you know. I don't have the green thumb, you know.
What do you mean it's tough? You're not planting stuff. All you have to do is mow the lawn.
You can kill the lawn by mowing it.
How many parents out there have kids that mow the lawn for them these days, millennials or younger? I want to know, because I know it doesn't. I know my dad used to make me do it. And I used to complain. I grew up in the southeast side of Hegwish. I grew up there. And the lawns were very small. We had about 4x4 sections, about 4x4 sections in a small yard, and I used to complain. I have an official chime now. Okay, right. Go ahead. Is that good?
That works.
Okay, so we do it again? Oh, no, that's the wrong one. If you're caught not washing your hands before leaving the restrooms, I'm at the restaurant. We go in, maybe have a table of like 4 or 5 couples. You know how you get together with friends and have dinner out somewhere? A little high end, you know, they have a lot of glasses on the table for no apparent reason. You
don't use those glasses.
I know. Yeah. You get out, what's allowed? Can I make some room here? 17 wine glasses. I like wine, but do I look like an alky?
Yeah.
I do, see? Thanks much. Anyway. Yeah, but when I come out of the bathroom, first thing I get back to the table, I go, see that guy with the brown hat on over there? He didn't wash his hands. The weird thing, I went to the Vic Theater in Chicago, Sheffield and Belmont, not long ago to see a show, and they have kind of cruddy bathrooms, and I went down there, and they had a bathroom attendant.
House of Blues did, too.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
See? Do you tip?
The bathroom guy?
Yeah.
No.
You're supposed to tip him.
I didn't know that.
Well, he hands you a tissue, right?
You're supposed to tip him? I give him back the tissue. I wash my hands.
Here's my snot rag back. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, here's how I do it. Now, depending if you're at Shea Paul or somewhere fancy, and the guy's handing you a nice linen, and he's putting it out on his forearm, and it's all pressed.
It wasn't like that.
And it's kind of a heated, kind of a hot towel thing, and he's offering you some condiments, or not condiments. If he's offering you like maybe a nip or something, or if he has, bubble gums and different kind of candies and assortments. This guy actually did have some assortment of stuff. And I did leave $1, and then I made one run, and because I went 3 times during the show, and one run I went without a tip, and then the last run I copped some gum and then flipped them $1.
Well, I mean, these tissues were just normal tissues, so I feel like
paper towels.
Yeah,
I know. Well, some guys just hand you a paper towel. I could do that. You know,
it's a good job.
Did you wash?
What's that?
Did you wash your hands?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just wondering.
Except today, before I shook your hand, I forgot to do it.
But a little bit about myself. Well, I've been at WJOB, just for the afternoon folks, if they don't know, because a lot of people say, well, why don't you talk about a little bit about yourself? Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I've been here since 2011. I'm married. I don't like hiking. I rarely ride bicycles. I hate driving. I really am beginning to despise traveling or flying. That's the most annoying. It used to be so beautiful to fly years back. Not flight attendants. I know it's all proper and all that, but I prefer stewardesses. It just sounds a little more high class. Oh, the stewardess. Can you call a stewardess for me? And they used to wear nice outfits and stuff. People used to get a little bit dressed up.
Yeah.
When you go on the plane. Now you get on. The guy comes on with sandals on. First of all, when you fly, you got to have socks and shoes on, because if you get in a crash, you don't want to be You don't want to be walking around, if you make it, with sandals and no socks, because the thing might start on fire. You got to have some coverage. People come on with sandals on. Guys walk on with sandals, their corns hanging out. I'm like, come on, can you please? And then they start mid-flight. They're picking those things. They're like scratching down there. You don't know what's flaking off. And a little bit more about myself. So I don't like the traveling or the flying so much. I don't care for boats either. I used to be kind of a guy that when you're young, you like boats. Now I just get on boats and I get ill. I don't know why. I don't care. I just stay away from. We're not meant to be on water. We are supposed to be on land. Take advantage of it. A good solid piece of land will do you well. Heights. I never used to be afraid of heights, but I have vertigo as I have aged, and you'll find that out, Tony. I like hiding under the sofa at home, only at home.
I was going to say, you don't travel now. You can't fly, you can't drive.
No, I stay at home. I constantly make the bed. I make the bed 4 or 5 times because I love linens and I love washing clothes. I love the smell of a good fabric softener. I do all my own lawn work because I don't trust anyone. I had lawn services. They screw it up. I dabble with mortar. I love dabbling with mortar. I do art with mortar. I love power painting at the house. I could paint a wall in about 4 minutes with no drop cloths, no taping. I'm an anal retentive power painter. Yes, and I'm handy around the house, not just in the bedroom. I saw that look, Tony. I saw
a lot of people giving looks around here.
You could call home and ask my wife. I am not a collector. I acquire things. I am not a collector. I acquire things. I love stationery. I dabble in the kitchen. I love cooking. And I'm not athletic at all. At all. I hate locker rooms. In fact, I can never stand a locker room. The smell. When I went in high school, and they go, you got to take gym. I went on the southeast side of Chicago. I went to Washington, George Washington High School. Southeast side rules again. I walked into the locker room. No, this is not going to work. I got all cleaned up to come to school. 2 periods in, I have to go to gym, get all stinky, and then the whole day, I don't care if you take a shower. It's not like taking a shower. Athlete's feet, all that. No, I
so
stay.
What did you tell them?
What's that?
What did you say to the gym teacher?
What I did, I went to one time I went, and then the rest I just never went. I love gloom and I love rain. I love the dark. I like rain, but I don't like floods. And most of all, I love radio.